Hello, and welcome to an introduction to Claris. My name is Lindsay Smith, and I am the Worldwide Distribution Channel Manager here at Claris. Let's get started. Technology is at the core of everything we do today. This never has been more true than in the modern work environment. In order to be most efficient at our jobs, we need to have the right tools in place to succeed. Sometimes those tools don't exist. Sometimes people don't know a better way exists. And sometimes there's a fear of implementing new tools and technology due to worrying about massive overhauls or something being too time consuming and too costly, which is really not ideal for many. And out of this, many resort to using pen and paper or utilize spreadsheets to do things like grading competencies, both of which can become out of date, are mistake prone, or create multiple versions of truth. Simply put, people need better tools that will boost time efficiency without the need for a computer science degree. There's an answer for this in what the industry calls low code. Low code is where you're removing the complexity out of writing code so that you solve problems and deploy a solution quicker. Let's say you wanted to remodel your kitchen with nice cabinets. You could learn to cut down your own trees, mill your own lumber, and build custom wood shelves. Or you could just go to your local furniture or cabinet store of choice and simply buy the cabinets that you'd like. And that probably would be more time efficient, less costly, and you'll still get the outcome that you desire. As it relates to us, we are a low-code platform that's modular, just like the example I mentioned, where you can succeed without having all these additional challenges in place. Now, Claris has been a part of Apple for over 30 years, and today its mission remains the same: to help people build custom software faster and more efficiently than any other platform on the market. We are a professional low-code platform that solves three key issues for our users. For one, those looking to deploy a solution in a quick time can do so with our platform. Secondly, costs to develop projects are relatively low and are affordable. And lastly, users will find that we have a very customizable platform that can integrate with existing systems, opening up the doors for a world of possibilities. We have a fairly large network of users and developers that use our platform to solve for a variety of problems. For example, Claris powers everything from simple evaluation tools and assessment forms to entire healthcare clinics in rural Africa to even Netflix's graphics department. At Claris, our platform largely consists of three products as it is today. FileMaker is our low-code development solution to create beautiful custom apps. Claris Connect is an integration solution that can tie applications and/or web services together. And now, while you don't currently sell Connect, there is a free tier of the product, and so understanding what it's used for can help you with understanding the full value Claris brings to the table. And so I'll spend a moment talking about that in a few moments. And lastly, we also have a product called Claris Studio, which simplifies what is already easy, allowing you to build solutions like forms and dashboards in mere minutes. This product in particular will be covered more in depth at a later date. Now let's first discuss what most individuals watching this video are positioning, and that is FileMaker. What exactly does FileMaker solve for? Well, maybe your current apps that you have only solve maybe 95% of your problem, or the other way where it only solves, 5% of the problem. Either way, FileMaker is perfect for situations where you have an existing solution but would like to expand further or fill in any missing areas there. Also, you might be in a workplace where the workplace needs often change, and you might need a solution that can be as flexible as the environment you're in, such as education or healthcare. Now, flexibility is really key here. This means really you'd be able to deploy and access your solution across multiple platforms, including iOS and non-iOS devices. And lastly, you may find that the app for your business needs, it doesn't even exist yet. Leaning on FileMaker to provide the missing solution can be the key to success. And here's just a sneak peek here to give you a quick visual at what apps could look like when deployed. Here is one around education, keeping track of grades and attendance, and it's formatted differently depending on the device you are using. As suggested before, apps built with FileMaker can make everyday manual tasks automated, less prone for errors, and overall more time efficient. Next, we have Claris Connect that allows our customers to stitch together systems and apps that you use in your everyday tech stack, taking you from an environment where IT often wrestles with scattered data systems and technologies to a place where integrations can move that data around with purpose and intelligence, which ultimately drives efficiency. Now, just to give you a quick example of this, perhaps, once a form or a signature is captured in DocuSign for an upcoming event, a message could be sent out via Slack notifying those involved to take action, and corresponding events are automatically added to your Google Calendar in an instant without you having to do any manual tasks. Another quick example here is around a vacation request here. And so let's say an employee fills out a vacation request using Typeform, capturing all relevant information. Then that automatically would generate an approval email via an approval utility and connect to the manager. And if that manager approves, an event is automatically added to the vacation calendar section within your Google Calendar. Now let's talk about our support ecosystem for a moment. I'll share a personal experience with you. In college, I went to school originally for computer science. Now, when I went there, I went and did a little computer science, got a associate's degree in that, and I realized very rapidly it's very difficult to learn program languages inside of computer science. And I just felt that I didn't have the resources needed to grasp that material. So I made a switch over to business and technology for my bachelor's. Now, with Claris, you won't have to worry about not having the resources to grasp the material there. You'll actually find it very easy to adopt the platform due to the ample amount of resources to help you or your customers along their journey. And we also have a community of experts within forums. You have people that you can reach out to, one being our Claris partners for assistance. You can utilize our free learning modules, or even use Claris Marketplace to find something pre-built with FileMaker so you don't always have to build something from scratch. Regardless of which avenue you choose, you can feel confident you will always have the support you need and can get up and running in no time at all. Next up is a couple of success stories I wanted to share. And one in particular that I would like to address is around the London Ambulance Service. London Ambulance Service is part of the National Health Services of the UK. They have been a customer of ours for some time, but obviously when the pandemic hit, we knew some things were likely changing there. We reached out and we found out that they had an immediate problem where all of their ambulances were now in service all at the same time. They needed to be in front of patients and they needed to make sure their EMTs were supplied with all of the right equipment to do their job. So Claris created a Claris COVID initiative, and we partnered London Ambulance Service with a Claris partner. The result was an app created that EMTs in the clinic could access. It's available via iPad or iPhone for ambulance workers on the go so that they can view levels of inventory and where they're located at any given time. And from a central location, the city can even manage inventory models across the city and see whether they have low inventory that needs addressing, whether they need to order more or move some around. But what is really significant is when this was first mapped out, the London Ambulance Service had a deployment requirement of 4 weeks. Everything I just showed you, the iOS apps and these desktop apps, were deployed in just 2 weeks to over 4,000 devices around the city, which is simply astonishing. The next customer success story I wanted to share with you is an example of school adopting our platform. This is Ethel Dwyer Middle School in Huntington Beach, California. They began their FileMaker journey at a track meet. Every year, the whole school is split into 4 teams, and they spend a month training and then a month competing. And this competition used to be run on paper and spreadsheets, basically clipboards in Excel. And one year in the physical education department, there was somebody that stood up during a PTA meeting, during more or less a parent volunteer meeting there. And somebody said something to the effect of, there's a better way. And that person that stood up and said that is a FileMaker developer and still is. And she helped kick off a project that transformed the track meet data collection into a native iPad app, which is still in use today. That app has since evolved into another half dozen solutions that include locker assignment apps, apps that manage events like school dances, think ticket sales or barcoded entries, an app that students use to track National Junior Honor Society volunteer hours, and an app that has transformed the way teachers and students interact from a behavior management perspective. It's worth noting that most of their apps are optimized for iPad, and the native iOS capabilities that FileMaker provide have added value to their technology investments within the district. One of the reasons Ethel Dwyer's FileMaker efforts have been so successful is because they really take advantage of Claris integration capabilities, especially with data coming from a student information system. These are only 2 examples of thousands and thousands of use cases in all type of industries for whom we solve problems across the globe for. I'm sure you can think of many of your own customers where our platform and products would make a difference. And with that, I invite you to explore the never-ending possibilities with the Claris platform. Thank you so much for your time, and should you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me using the email on screen. Take care.